Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Southernyankee Beauty. It's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's. I thought I would do a little comparison today. I just been wanting to try this out. So there's some controversy in the beauty world with Charlotte Tilbury and e.l.f. And it has to do with Charlotte's Flawless Filter, which I have here. Mine is in the color 3 Light Medium. And then I got, these are two different colors because my skin tone, this was a summer color. So you're going to see a difference in the color, but it doesn't matter. We're going to put foundation over it. And the thing is just to see if the glow stays. So I'm going to do this on half of my face. And then this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the color Fair Light. So very different colors here, and you will see it, but they're supposed to give a beautiful glow, and you can mix this in with your foundation. You can actually also, you can mix it, you could use it underneath, which is what we're going to do because they're different colors today, and I'm going to do it on bare skin so that you can really see if the difference in the glow. I'm also going to test, like, tell you what the feel of it is, like if one's more thick or one's liquidy, or if one's, we'll look at the shine, if one's more shiny and one's not. Like, I just, obviously there's a major price difference on both of these. I think this one was $14, and I forgot what this is. I'll put them both, the prices on the screen. And is there a big enough difference to warrant the price? Now, I do know people in the beauty community that swear by this and love this. It's okay for me. Like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like I always need this. Like, I don't barely use it. But it's supposed to give you a youthful glow. And then this one is a glow booster. So, I mean, I think you're supposed to mix it in with your foundation, but we are just going to put it on the skin. This is another way to use it. And you can see this one is dark. So we're just going to put this on half our face. And then we're going to blend it in. But let's go ahead and open up the e.l.f. And I'll blend these with, like, probably a beauty blender or something. This one's got a little seal on it. Oh, good that it has it. This one I picked up, I think, at Ulta. Yeah, it was at Ulta. Why am I saying I think? It was at Ulta. I went there yesterday after work. I got this, and I got a couple other things that I'll show you that I'm going to try to use in today's video as well. Okay, so, well, let me just pull that out. I think this one has a bigger wand, the e.l.f. one. Yeah, so the wand is a lot different. I actually, this is the Charlotte Tilbury wand. I actually think I'm going to like the e.l.f. wand better because one of the things that annoys me is that you have to keep dipping in with the, you have to keep dipping in with the other wand. More so than this. So this is going to distribute more product, the e.l.f. one. I'll just go up the middle here, make a line. So I do know people that wear this on their skin just as is, like they'll, like, for no makeup days or whatever. But I'm not going to do that because my skin's not that good. Let me bring you guys in. I just want to take a feel of these. Okay, so right off the bat, this one has a lot more of a metallic sheen to it before I've even mixed it in than this one. Feeling wise, the e.l.f. feels thicker. They both feel very creamy. There they are kind of mixed in on the finger a little bit. And honestly, looking at them like this, I would say, I would think that those were the same. I don't see any difference right there. But let's go and blend it. Oops, sorry. All right, so let's see what we get here. It's supposed to give a nice glow to your skin. I do have some skin issues, so we are 100% not doing just this. Okay, so there is the Charlotte Tilbury one. And now we're going to mix in the e.l.f. I thought it was going to be a big color difference because this is light medium and the other one looked darker and it's a medium neutral or whatever, but actually the colors are almost exactly the same. So I could have mixed it with my foundation. See, we got a little mess going down here. Okay. All right, let me back you up a little bit. So here is the Charlotte side, and it does give a sheen to the skin, for sure. And then here is the e.l.f. side. Also has a sheen to the skin. I will say my first impression is that the Charlotte Tilbury gives more of a glow to the skin. The side with e.l.f. is definitely more subtle. I don't know if I put more on, if that would make a difference, but it's not giving, I'm going to use my fingers, it's not giving the same glow as the Charlotte, and that might be the price difference right there. All right, so when you build it with your hand, I do feel like you get a little bit more of a glow. Let's do the same with this. Just let's be fair. But so that's good to know. With e.l.f., if you use your hand, you might get a little bit more of a glow. Okay. Can you see much of a difference side by side? There's the e.l.f. I think Charlotte still has more of a shine. Either way, I think she's got the shine, a little bit more of a shine. However, I don't know that it's worth it with the price difference to go up to Charlotte, which is probably why she's pissed off, because this is not a bad product. Now, granted, I'm going off of like just 2 seconds of putting it on my face. If you want a little more glow, I'd go with Charlotte, but I think this will probably do the job, the e.l.f. Now, how does it wear? That I don't know, friends. So I'll do a check-in today a little bit later, and we'll look at both sides of the face later, and we're going to look at what it looks like once we put foundation over it. But before we do that, let me show you what else that I picked up from Ulta. I got a hydrating camo concealer, also from e.l.f., because as you age, you definitely need more hydration. And I have used e.l.f.'s concealer, and it definitely was too dry for my under eyes. So this is the hydrating one. I haven't tried it, so I'm going to try that today. This I'm not trying today, but I will be trying soon. This is the, I think it's green. I got a gel, like metallic gel liner from ColourPop. I think it's metallic. And yeah, we'll swatch it. Yeah, it's a beautiful green, springy metallic shade. And so I am eager to try that, but I'm not going to do that one today. I also got 2 other things. I picked up Essence mascara, which I am going to use today. I remember liking it, and I loved this, actually. This is very affordable. It's only $4.99, and I used it, and I used the whole thing up, and just recently ran out of it. And then by Revolution, they have these baked highlighters. This one is in the shade Diamond Glow right here. And I swatched these in store, and they looked really pretty. And there were several different colors. And again, these were not expensive from Revolution. And they kind of reminded me of like a Fenty highlighter. But I got the Diamond Glow shade. It's a little like dry. I will say, like, it's not a creamy highlighter, but when I swatched it, I thought it was so pretty. So I think it's swatched prettier in the store. It feels really dry. Maybe I just need to work it a little bit. I don't know. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I just had to work it. It must has the layer over it. So if you get this, just sort of like work it with your finger a little bit so you can get the color. Now it's feeling better. And look at, now you're really seeing how beautiful it is. Okay, and look at my finger. It's like totally metallic. So that's it. I just picked up a few little things yesterday. So let's go ahead and get some foundation on our face. I am going to use this foundation brush by Morphe, and let me grab a foundation. Okay, I've got my Double Wear Stay in Place Estee Lauder. We'll use that because I've got a long day. I'm on my way. I've got a doctor's appointment this morning, and then I'm going to be on my way to go to my grandson's Valentine's party today. So, and he's really excited that his TT's coming to see him, and I got little goodie bags that I brought for the kids. So, I can't wait to see how he is with his little friends. He told me he hits them and punches them. I'm like, no, you don't do that. And he's like, I do it when they take things from me. I'm like, kid, he's 100% boy. He's in a class with all boys. There's 11 children, and there's not one girl in the class. They are all boys. Can you feel for that teacher? Oh my gosh. If you're a mom of boys, little boys, you know how they are when they're little and how difficult little boys are and how rambunctious they are. I had two, my two boys were 3 and 1 when Mackenzie was born, so they were little and they were wild, and they got in so much trouble together. I think it was part of the problem was that they were too close together in age, because that's where we had a lot of issues. Okay, looking at the foundation over it, I still am seeing more glow on the Charlotte Tilbury side. So I would say that you're, through the foundation, if you really want to amp up that glow, you probably will like the Charlotte better. Now, I have no idea if either one of these are going to make my skin oily, how long any of this is even going to last. So, but I've really been enjoying using the brush for my foundation, because as you saw, I only use one pump, and it's saving me it's saving me money, because the beauty blenders suck in so much and then of the product, and you have to keep applying it, and this is one pump and done. And I found that with now this foundation I did that with, and then the KVD, one pump and done, and it looks fabulous. Now the only thing I use my sponge for is just to, like, in case there's any brush marks on my face, I'll just sort of, dab it in or whatever. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. This is the Awesome Bronzer. Is this by Beauty Pie? So this is by Beauty Pie. You do have to be a member to be able to get this, and you don't have to, but to get the price difference, there's a massive price difference on Beauty Pie if you're a member. So I am a member, because you save a ton of money as a member, and they do have some really nice products. I'm using the same brush. I'm just using my foundation brush that I used. So I think you guys should check Beauty Pie out. I think you get something too. I'll have it linked for you. I think they used to have a referral link. I think they still do, or they revamped it or something, but I will link it regardless. If I have a link, if I have something that'll give you like something, if you sign up, that'll be linked. If I don't, it'll just have the link on there for you to check it out. So nice product. I put it up too high right there. Like, I was trying to like blend it, but I got stuck there. There we go. And it blends out really nice and sheer too. And then you could take it along your nose if you wanted. My nose is thin, so I don't normally do too much contour on my nose, but we'll do a little bit. And my nose is crooked, so I don't really know I don't know if it's a baseball injury from years ago. I mean, I did get hit in the face a few times with the ball because I wasn't paying attention. My dad hit it to me because I got mad that he put me in the outfield. And so he had like a perfect aim, and he hit that ball directly at me, and I was mad at him because I played shortstop, or I pitched, or I was catcher, and I didn't want to play in the outfield, but he was trying to give other kids a chance, but I was being selfish and bratty, and he hit the ball to me, and it hit me right in the head, and it knocked me out. So anyway, okay, so that's good. I am going to, I think, go ahead and put a little powder on my face, And then I'll do blush and stuff at the end, but I'm just going to powder this because with the glow stuff, the foundation and that brown, all that cream on my face, it's pretty, whew. I'm using the Lunar Beauty powder here. Oh, you know what I forgot to put? I just been thinking of it as I did it. I'll powder the bottom of my face. I got this the new camo concealer. And I want to get that under my eyes and see how it does. All right, so let's take a break from the powder for a minute and let's go in with the camo concealer. Even through that powder, Charlotte's still shinier over here. So, and I also want to get under my chin. I've got those little spots under there. So I'm curious to see how this does. I remember last time using this, I'm putting just like barely, because if I remember, this like was pretty powerful, right? That covered it pretty good, but I'm just gonna put just a little bit, even though I have powder there, it's fine. All right. And there's a little spot right there, we'll get that. This is a different powder thing, by the way, or a different blender. It's not the same I was using with the powder. Okay. All right. I think I used the right amount. I don't think I used too much. I might have used too little, actually. I feel like I didn't use enough to cover the red, you know, the discoloration. So I think I'm going to use a little bit more of that. I just like to go in light to start when it's a new formula, and I don't know how it performs. So, because the other one was so thick and dry, this is definitely thinner and I can feel that it's more moisturizing. It is not like the first launch of the camo concealer. So if you didn't like the original camo concealer because it was too thick and drying under your eyes, you may like this. I don't know. We'll see how this one does, but I want to feel it with my finger. It's definitely not as drying. I can definitely tell this one has more moisture in it than the old one. I probably still have the old one somewhere. I just didn't use it. I didn't use it under my eyes. I would use it other places, but my eyes need moisture. As we age, that's just what we need. So, all right, so now I am going to take powder in and set that. And get the rest of the face. Now you could probably use the Halo Glow from e.l.f. and Charlotte over on the top, like just to give you, oh, I forgot to blend that in down there. Just to give you like a little bit of a glow to the cheek. You could probably do that. So let's just try, see what that does. To bring some of that back, because after you powder and all, it sort of disappeared a little. So you may want to bring that back a little bit. Let's do the same over here. With the e.l.f. Okay, so now I'm going to finish the rest of my face really quickly. I don't have any new, anyway, I don't have any new eyeshadow to use. So I think what I'm just going to grab an eyeshadow. I'm just going to run through it really quickly and speed you guys up. I might use some of the colors in this here. This is the Plain Jane Remastered because we have some pretty pink shades. I might use this shade here or something. I used this one yesterday, but I've got to get a neutral palette to start. Okay, coming back in with, there we go, a little more light, the Essence Princess Lash False Lash Effect Mascara. Let's see what this baby does. I'll show you with one eye with and one eye without, so you can choose for yourself if this $4.99 mascara is worth the money, the moolah, the big bucks. All right, so it did make a little bit of mess up there, which I'm gonna have to clean up. But it's brand new, and when they're new, they're very wet. So just, like I just got that in my eyeball, you can see. So you just gotta be careful. I am not very careful, so I make messes. All right, let me get a Q-tip. I'm gonna clean that up. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I cleaned it up and I put one more layer on, and I would say it's popping. It's a little thick, but I think that'll change and be back to like the formula I love after it gets a little air in it. It's so wet, but that's 2 coats. That's no coat. So let's finish it up. I like this mascara. For $4.99, it's totally worth it. Now, I haven't tried the other ones, like this green one, the False Lash Effect, is the only one that I've tried. If you've tried the other ones and you like one of these, like a different one of the Essence ones better, please let me know. Very curious. Maybe I'll branch out and try another one. We're going to let those babies dry. Now, I've got to find some blush, and I want to do a pretty beautiful pink blush. I think I'm going to do, should I do this one? ColourPop? I've done ColourPop recently, but I have this Cupid Cheek Duo by Natasha Denona, and I really do like this. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me just swatch these for you. Here they are on my fingers. They're really pretty. I'm not going to use the highlight, but I'll swatch it for you because I'm going to use the Revolution highlight. But this highlight is beautiful, and you can see it is darker. I'm going to be using this highlight, but I think I'm going to use this cream.
So let me wet my beauty blender, and I'll be right back.
All right, I got this one going. It's so nice to have a morning where I'm not at the office because I have, I've got some things to do this morning. So I took today off. I do have my doctor's appointment coming up, but that's virtual. And I'm going to just tell him everything's good because I got to leave like 15 minutes after. I don't have like but 10, 15, well, 15, 20 minutes that I could be talking to him. And I've known him since I was 20. We're friends on Facebook now. And he's a really awesome doctor. And like last time we got to talking, and it was a really interesting conversation coming from a doctor. Let's just say that, considering all the doctors pushing the COVID vaccines and stuff, which I've never been vaccinated. He's never pushed me to be vaccinated. And we finally had a conversation about his thoughts on that. And that was quite interesting. And I was thoroughly impressed with my doctor at that moment. So, okay, this is gorgeous. This is such a gorgeous, pretty shade. Now, I am going to go back in with the powder underneath it, and I am going to let that dry for a minute. And I'm probably going to put a little bit of a powder over it. I like doing that. Like, I think it's called draping, but I like putting a base on, like a cream base, and then going over it with the powder because it just seems to last better throughout the day. But if you just wanted to stop here, so pretty. Like, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous color, right? And it's really good. Creams are so good for the skin for us ladies that are more mature because it makes her skin look more youthful. I'm going in with Miss Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheek. This is in the original, is it Pillow Talk or is it Pillow Talk Deep? This is just the Pillow Talk. I actually like the deep better. It works better for me. And it's the same shade as this. It's just a little darker. But I think this is good with the soft look we're doing today. I'm going to think about whether I want to go over that. I kind of like the way those cheeks are looking. I may just leave it. It's just sometimes my cheeks eat it. And that's what I'm worried about. So I may leave it for an hour or two. And then if I see it's like not showing up, then I'll put some powder over it. And it looks good, I think. Okay. Now for the lips, I could either use Peony, which is a much lighter shade here. I'm going to actually swatch both of these. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Icon Baby. It's a really nice shade. I'm going to swatch both of these for you. That is the Icon Baby, and it's got a nice sheen to it. This one needs to be cleaned off. Hold on, let me just do it on my hand. It has something dark on it from like a liner. Okay, that's the Icon Baby, and this is Peony. And that is...
Oh, it looked like it made a heart. That was not on purpose.
I think I'm going to do this one because I think I like the lighter with this. Although that's gorgeous. I think this will stay better for the day. So we're just mixing Miss Charlotte and Natasha and Elf all over. We've got some brands that are drugstore, some premium high-end. There, my friends. I think that's gorgeous. Now we just have to play with the highlighter. Okay, here we go. Now that I roughed it up, remember you got to rough it up a little bit when you get it so that it, I think I'm going to use this on my upper brow bone too because it's a really pretty like icy like shade, like a icy champagne-ish. What did I say called? Diamond Glow? Yeah, this was the Diamond Glow shade. So... yeah, see, that's the problem. Once I put this on, then I don't see the blush as much. And I feel like that's when I feel like I got to go in with more blush. Like it's a good base blush, but then everything sticks to it and kind of sucks in. So I do think I am going to go in and do a little bit more blush because I'm such a blush girl. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put this little guy right here. Pretty, huh? Really pretty. And right up here, I like my eye look today. So I used almost all Huda Beauty shades, I'll show you which palette it is. And then I use the one shade from the Plain Jane Remastered. I don't know if you can get that anymore, the Plain Jane Remastered. So I use this shade here on the lid. So this is a beautiful palette. This or the original. If you can get this, you guys should try. And then the Naughty palette is what I used from Huda Beauty. And I used a little bit of this shade and this shade together on the bottom and in the outer corner. I started with Juicy down here as the main base. I did also use Filthy. I went into Provocative on the outer edge. And I think that's it that I used in this particular palette. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of more blush on. Okay, there's a super pretty like cool tone pink in here. And I'm going to use this. This is the Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this bright, pretty pink on my cheek. And also, fun fact for you guys. So the two lipsticks that were on my hand, the Natasha and the Charlotte, I thought this was interesting. Oh, I like that pink a lot. When I washed them, I use like a liquid soap to wash my hand. And they both had some good staying power. I will say both of these lipsticks did really well. However, this one was much harder to get off, which is what I thought. I thought this has a little bit more staying power than this one, and it does. So the Natasha won that round. And then also I had swatched you guys the green in here, and this is supposed to be a waterproof liner, I believe. I thought I saw that in the store. Maybe I am wrong. I got to do some digging on that, but that came right off. It didn't stay. So I'll have to research that a little bit. That's one of those new metallics from ColourPop. We will use that in an upcoming video. But here is my final look. And I don't know that if you look at my skin right now, I don't think you're gonna be like, oh, the Charlotte Tilbury side with the glow formula is glowier than the e.l.f. I think they're both absolutely beautiful. I will take some pictures right in front of the window in the light. I really can't see much of a difference. Of course, I did use some powder, but then I went over it a little as well with some more of the glow. And then, of course, we put highlighter over it too. So I don't know. I'm going to wear this all day. We'll see which side wears better. And I will do a check-in with you guys in a few hours when I'm heading out to the little Valentine's party when I'm done, because at that party I'm going to be sweating with all the little boys and playing with them and stuff. So when I come back from the party, I will check in with you again, and that should be many hours later, and let's just see how the skin held up. I'm sure we're going to be eating and drinking as well, so we'll see if the lipstick how the lipstick and the liner holds up as well. I actually don't know if I like the Charlotte Tilbury or the Natasha liners better. That is something that I also should do some testing. So maybe we can do a side-by-side one day of all Charlotte on one side and all of Natasha on the other, if I can find like some eyeshadow shades that are similar or something. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. But stay tuned. I'll do some check-ins and I'll be back, and we'll see if we can tell any difference. Well, this is where they are on my face, between these two. Again, these are very different colors on the face. They looked exactly the same. The biggest difference I noticed was that the Charlotte had more of a metallic sheen than this one. They both have a pretty glow, but this one has more of a metallic-y type of a sheen, almost like a mica sheen or something. I don't know. Very pretty. All right, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, editing Terry here. Let me back out a little bit. I actually forgot to film like the hours after I put the Charlotte Tilbury on one side and the e.l.f. on the other. So I did it again today, but I do have thoughts on it. So I'm wearing it just that way right now, but it's not been that long, and there's no real difference at this point. So my thoughts on both of those items is the Charlotte Tilbury does have a little bit more like a mica metallic look, a little bit more shine, where the e.l.f. will give you a nice glow, but it's a little bit more of a natural glow. And the other thing I noticed is by the end of the day, now, I have had dry skin up until recently. I don't know if it's that new wand I've been using on my skin. I'm not sure, but my skin's been oily lately. And I noticed by the end of the day, after wearing it all day, that my Charlotte Tilbury side was oilier, and that this side has just sort of absorbed into my skin. Take that for what you will. It may be a better option to go with if you have dry skin to use Charlotte Tilbury, and if you have oily skin, possibly go into the e.l.f. However, I like them both the same, but I can't justify paying $40 more for Charlotte Tilbury when e.l.f. is like, or I think e.l.f. was 14 and then the other one's like 49 something. It's not exactly $40 more, but about $35 more or so. I'm not sure that that's a worth it price, so I can see why Charlotte would be getting mad because e.l.f. does good, and it was fine. But I will say Charlotte's is a little bit better, I would say, quality-wise, and it does give you a little bit more of a shine. But if you're more of a natural girl, spend less money, girls, and go get the e.l.f. because it's 14 bucks. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the two items. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys soon.
I know you're waiting till the morning comes my back. I just wanna be alone to feel free tonight. Told you so many times, don't wanna look back. Do I break your heart? What I feel inside, it burns me out. Isn't she wonder how I leave you? There's no this my love.